Came into the town of Bluff Dale, Texas, because I had a gig at the Greenwood Saloon. Now, Bluff Dale is actually an unincorporated community, and there's about 2,000 people around the area. It's located about 45 miles from Fort Worth, and it's near Stephenville and Granbury. Because it's a small, unincorporated community, it's kind of got a simple life and return to simple times there. Everybody knows each other. And if somebody hosts a party or if the high school has a big event, then everybody's over there or everybody's at that event. Now, I came into the main area of Bluff Dale where you could find some pretty historic looking buildings, some pretty interesting buildings. They got an old hardware store there, and you could find an old gas station, and there's an antique store that's got other things besides antiques like candy and clothes and so on. You can also find Camp Greenwood better than a DWI inn. There's an old historic water well right nearby there, and train tracks where you can catch the trains coming along. And a collection of some other interesting places nearby like Cajun Shack and Bluff Dale Winery. So I enjoyed walking around this little area. I actually sat down on a bench there and just kind of relaxed for about 45 minutes, killed some time, and it was really peaceful. There was a quietness that you can't find inside the city, so it was a nice break there in Bluffdale. Now, when I went looking for food, I went to one of the most popular places to find food in the area, a place called Jasper's Cafe. The cafe itself is a little down the road, and it's located up on a bluff, and they're famous for their burgers. They've got some adventurous burgers made out of non-traditional sorts of meats like bison, elk, and wild boar. And one of the most popular ones to get is the Wild Bleu Yonder burger. When you drive a little bit away from Jasper's Cafe, you can get a sense for some of the new developments of housing around the area. There's a place called Mountain Lakes Ranch. So you can see the kind of vegetation here, a bunch of trees, lots of green, some kind of narrower roads, and some pretty nice houses along the way. So at Mountain Lake Ranch, they got a big old fishing lake, and they have an even bigger recreational lake. People can store their boats nearby. They got a clubhouse, an RV park, and a community pool. Ultimately, I made it back to the Greenwood Saloon, where I got my gig. The saloon itself is a super cool place. It is the most popular nightlife spot in this small unincorporated community. Bunch of cool stuff on the walls, classic look to it, made out of wood. Got that big old stage there with the nice lights and plenty of space for folks to come on in and hang out and listen to the music.
'Cause she's a little bit tipsy, a little bit lucky. She likes getting lost in the crowd. Yeah, she's a little bit frisky, a little bit risky, a little bit wrong way around. Yeah, she's a little bit, you better hold me back a little bit, on her own, down her own track. But with a little bit, we could roll along. Yeah, a little bit, never done me wrong.
So I had a good time playing there at the Greenwood Saloon. Grateful for that experience, and I've been posting all about my experience of checking out the music communities around Texas, posting about my own music and the music scene all around, so check out the tons of videos on my channel I've got about that. Let me know in the comments where else I should check out. Hit that subscribe and the bell button to stay tuned on my posts, and thanks for your support.
She said, let's go to Nashville, or how about New Orleans? We could hit the road right now. I'll pay you for the gasoline.